Greetings and welcome to Imprinting Color. My name is Liz, aka PazLiz, and of course normally I'm talking about an array of colors. Gray is a beautiful color, and I'm going to prove to you that gray is a color worthy of an entire episode of Imprinting Color. The first gray that I'm going to talk about is an amazing color that I have revisited many times because of how beautiful it is. So this is Starlight Mercury. Now it is silver, it is gray, it has beautiful micro glitter in it that does not require a hardened nozzle, by the way, that kind of shows off little bits of turquoise and maybe even a little bit of purple. But this model is absolutely stunning. It is a model designed by Kit Kiln, who I interviewed recently, and this is the Millennium Falcon. So I have printed this Millennium Falcon in Starlight Mercury, and as you can see, this is a beautiful silvery gray, and because of the composition of this filament, you can see every last detail on this beautiful hunk of junk. So I will link to this model in the description. And for anyone that's looking for amazing models, Kit Kiln is one of many designers that I have been highlighting in recent times. And also to complement this beautiful Starlight Mercury, I have used all different shades of Polymaker's Panchroma Starlight Filaments. So we've got a little bit of Mars, a little bit of Jupiter, a little bit of Neptune, some Twilight, and some, what else did I use? Nebula. So this stained glass look was actually achieved with a shiny build plate. Some of those beautiful starry build plates gives you quite a wonderful look. And with something that is, of course, a glorious model, quite a nice build. By the way, all of these parts just snap into place. They're really neat. I thought that using all the starlights possible was a great compliment to the model. So you can find this on Thangs from Kit Kiln. And of course, this filament is from Polymaker. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I am a fan of lots of different science fiction, fantasy, all of those sorts of things, and any shows that are in space. So I would be remiss if I did not share another model in this beautiful Starlight Mercury. And that is from Star Trek. This is Alex T1's Borg Cube. As you can see, this is another model in the Starlight Mercury. It's absolutely beautiful. You can catch all the details of the Borg Cube, and I guarantee that by the end of this Imprinting Color, I will assimilate you to the gray side of Filament. All right. So, as we saw, this beautiful Starlight Mercury is available for you to test all of your different prints. I also feel very strongly that this would be a great color for dragons. I'm going to keep saying this until it becomes a thing. Starlight is the filament of dragons. Whether it is, of course, Starlight Meteor, Starlight Nebula, Starlight Neptune, Starlight Mercury, as we can see, Starlight Comet, Jupiter, Aurora, or of course the new color, Starlight Mars. It is the perfect color and also the perfect material for your flexies. So dragons, these flexi dragons are perfect in Starlight Filaments because they are extremely durable and extremely strong. You get the color payoff of, for example, a silk filament, but you get to keep the reliability and the strength with the color. All right, so there are many other shades of gray that I'd love to share with you. these are just some of my favorites. Okay, so everybody has their favorite, and I encourage you to let me know what your favorites are in the comments. But these are some that I just find really stick out to me. Now, this next color, it's kind of a trick. This is not actually a gray. This is the combination of a white and a black. So this is Panchroma, of course, a Panchroma special. This is the dual yin yang. So it's a beautiful mix between Galaxy Black and Marble White. But what you get when you print with this can be, of course, shades of gray in the shift. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I love this color. This is like sort of an honorable mention to the grays, but I adore it. Now, since we're still talking space travel and all of that, another color that goes along with that family is Galaxy Dark Gray. Now, this happens to be a ABS, but Galaxy Dark Gray is an absolutely gorgeous color. This color has, of course, the full glitter effect that you want, but it's also subtle. It is a really subtle but stunning gray. I love this color. Now, the next color I actually have not printed with it yet. So this will be something that I'm going to share in my adventures coming soon, but this is the matte, or of course, as we're calling it, oh, actually, sorry, this is not matte. This is, my goodness, this is it. Liz, you silly goose. All right, so this is now Polyterra, so this is a beautiful matte color, and this one is ash gray. So ash gray is a beautiful dark gray. I can see it being printed for lots of busts and things like that. I think it would really complement rub and buff treatment when you're doing a finish, and it's just a gorgeous color. The next color that I have is the one that, of course, our friend K2 Kevin, the father of the K2 clip, he lobbied Polymaker to come up with. So this one is a pièce de résistance, and this is the Polylate PLA Pro in dark gray. Now, if you go to the Polymaker website, which we will, of course, you'll see that this dark gray has a special name on the website. So let's take a look on the website and see if you've noticed this. So we're going to go to the website right here, and what does that say right there? It says DARK2 gray. So Kevin, of course, is part of Polymaker's Awesome Squad. We meet on Wednesday evenings. People that are quite active in the Polymaker community are invited to join Awesome Squad, and we are volunteer consultants for Polymaker, sharing with Polymaker our desires for colors and all those sorts of things. So Kevin is one of the people that lobbied very hard, shared his favorite his favorite shades, and on the website at least is called Dark K2 Gray, Dark Gray. So it's an absolutely beautiful color. I have printed with this in every formula of dark gray, every form of filament. And I'll show you in a few minutes some of the ways that this is the type of color that actually can make other colors pop too, while of course staying its subtle, handsome self. But the surprise color of this season for me, with the new, of course, Panchroma colors, is in the translucent family. So I was really surprised when I started printing with translucent gray. I didn't know what to expect. This is, of course, a beautiful color that's new to the Panchroma family. but translucent gray has an amazing effect. The first thing that I really noticed when I printed with it was how dramatic it is for being a gray color. So I'm going to show you a few pictures of things that I've been printing in the various shades of gray, but I'm going to show you this. This is Maker Vikings Halloween ghosts. His little ghosts with their little candy pails, and I used translucent gray. It had the neatest effect. It looks sheer, but it's still a stunning, you know, it's still an absolutely stunning color. I was really pleased with how that turned out. So as you can see, there are many, many shades of gray that Polymaker has to share. And let's take a look at a few more pictures while we're at it. Just making sure my album is all set up for you. Yes, here we go. So, of course, first of all, as I mentioned, this beautiful translucent gray. It's a very surprising color. Someone in chat, actually, Bearded Printer, just suggested, I wonder how it would look if you printed the moon with it. I actually think it would be the perfect filament for the moon, especially if you're going to put light, include light. It's a gray that has really great TD. The transmissive distance for it is 11.5. So that means that you're you're definitely able to pass some light through that. Lovely. All right. And of course, as Liz is and does, there's filament falling over, so we'll make sure that doesn't happen anymore. This next color is another shade of gray in the gray family. This is actually Fix'em Dude's Tesla, and the gray shade that I have here is metallic chrome. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is one of those shades that just reminds me of, you know, vehicles and all that fun stuff. It's a gorgeous color. So the metallics are very similar to the Starlights in that they have that really nice density to them, and I'm a huge fan. Here is an example of me using the dark gray, the K2 dark gray, and of course it's a Millennium Falcon. Surprise, surprise. So I use these Millennium Falcon sorting trays when I started doing my jewelry. My jewelry organization system has changed a little bit, but this is the perfect sorting tray when you're doing something like making jewelry, doing a printer build, or you name it. So I really love the dark gray. Of course, it's a perfect color for a Millennium Falcon. Now, this is an example of how you can combine the dark gray with another color to make both colors complement each other. So this is K2 Kevin's bamboo tools. And if you're not familiar with these tools, if you don't have a bamboo, of course, the scraper is a wonderful option. But these bamboo tools allow you to do all sorts of things with your bamboo, including connecting and disconnecting the AMS, the hubs, your PTFE, all of those sorts of things. But of course, what better to complement the lime green than dark gray? So I absolutely love this combination, and you'll see that the gray colors combined with a very vibrant color make both colors pop, and it's a great way to make your style, your own style. Here's another example of how you could use something like Starlight Mercury, or I would dare say you could use, obviously you could use light gray or translucent gray. This is Built Over Bot's little donkey. And of course, donkeys are a lovely gray color. So this Starlight Mercury is a fun example. This is the Galaxy Dark Gray. And this is another Fix'em Dude model. It is his Jeep. Not just a Jeep. It is a Jeep. Someone in chat tell me. I'm live on Twitch too. It is a Jeep Gladiator. So this Jeep Gladiator by Fix'em Dude is in the, as I mentioned, the Galaxy Dark Gray. I absolutely love it. This was taken right away. And as people in chat are saying, Gradiator. There you go. So there's the Gladiator. Now here's an example where you can use different shades of gray in something like a Hue Forge. This is actually one of my own models, my own Hue Forges. And as you can see, there is some dark gray, some lighter gray. We also have Starlight Neptune in there too. But using the shades of gray in something like a Hue Forge is a great way to make those colors pop too. And it's absolutely beautiful. Another thing that you can do, of course, to make the color pop, there is a lovely dark gray coaster holder. And these are my own coasters in bright colors. But to have a coaster holder that can make a color pop is absolutely, absolutely necessary, I would say. Now, here's another example of our Starlight Mercury. Also, Starlight Neptune. This is Wexter's Zombie Shark. It's an absolutely amazing model. And I was so impressed with how it, again, this color picked up all the details, and also it's shark skin color. So we see it for a ship, we see it for a shark. So it's a very versatile and an amazing color. And of course, when you're taking pictures of something that you've 3D printed, you can have lots of light or less light to see how it actually picks up on all of these colors. It's super fun. So this was a really fun model to print. This is by Wexter, who I will be interviewing again quite soon. So you'll be able to see it on this channel. And yeah, voila. Another thing, as we said, space, creatures, starlight. These are Fix 'em Dudes BD1 models. And I did them here again in that Starlight Mercury and my very favorite Starlight, which is Starlight Neptune. So as you can see, the Starlight color picks up all the details of the print, and it complements the designer because you can see all the detail that they put into their work. And of course, the very first thing that I ever printed with this fun Starlight Mercury color, this beautiful gray, was Zombie Hedgehog's birthday model from 2023. So this is something that I actually did use a little bit of paint for. It was one of the first times I actually used paint on a print. And you can see it's for the truck and the hedgehog. And, you know, we love celebrating birthdays, and what better way to do it than by getting a brand new spool of filament. So when this filament, the second this filament arrived, that's the first thing I printed with it. So did you realize that you could get so excited about gray colors? I am excited about all of these colors and more. And one of the best ways to explore the gray colors of Polymaker is with a special website. Now, the website is called app.polymaker.com. So with app.polymaker.com, you are actually able to explore all the different colors that Polymaker has to offer. So I'm going to give you an example. If you're looking for a very specific color of gray, for example, let's take a look at some grays here in the Polylight family. So this is actually Polylight Gray. So with Polylight Gray, we have a hex code here. So 73767D. So if we go and take this to the Polymaker material database, type in the hex code. Here we go. You're going to, of course, come up with all the different colors of gray that Polymaker offers. So for example, we did talk a little bit about chrome, silk chrome, ASA in gray, PLA in gray, Polylight PLA Pro, metallic silver, and gray. You got all different colors. Oh, steel gray is another color that we could talk about. So anyway, where is it? Where's steel gray? All of the colors. Anyway, dark gray green is another one. There's steel gray here. So there's all different colors, But in that Polymaker material database, you're able to choose different materials and what, you know, depending on what you'd like to do, what colors are available. So another thing you can do if you just want to play around with the slider is make some adjustments. So you want to make an adjustment to the lightness, the saturation, and play around. You're going to find yourself exploring all the colors of Polymaker that Polymaker has to offer. So that is app.polymaker.com. And again, it's a great resource that's being updated to provide you with a chance to explore all the different colors that Polymaker has to offer. And of course, all the different materials. It's fantastic. All right. So we have explored various shades of gray. We have seen, of course, the star of tonight's show, the Starlight Mercury. And I want to know what your favorite shade of gray is, what you've printed with it, and of course, why gray is something that you should have in your staple of Polymaker filaments. But of course, all good things must come to an end. And I hope to see you next week on Imprinting Color. Thank you again to Polymaker for providing us with the opportunity to share these filaments with you. And of course, for anyone that's here in Twitch chat, we will be doing a Polymaker giveaway. So without further ado, thank you so much again to Polymaker, and print with joy and all the colors of the rainbow, including gray. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Burn Dog is never printed with gray yet. Wow. I think that went better. Let's make sure we have got all our fun stuff up.